So this is my mother-in-law, everyone. I want you to meet her. Her name is Auleen. That's Auleen, not Arlene or Eileen, but Auleen. And she lives with us on our property in a granny flat at the back of our garage. She is 94 years old, going on 95. And she says,
Excuse me, you said you put her in the back of your garage?
we fixed it up. It's not a garage
Good,
anymore.
good. I'm so glad.
Yeah. It's a nice little apartment. She says the key to a long and healthy life is to stay active and keep moving. And I want to be just like her when I'm 94. Her goal is to walk 2,000 steps every day. And to do that, she uses 2 canes, as you see here, or sometimes she uses a walker to help her move around. But she can't walk on the streets in Eugenia because our streets look like this. Now, without sidewalks or shoulders, she would be forced to walk on these streets that are crumbling apart and are just too treacherous. Now compare those streets with these. These are some streets in other Grey Highlands communities. Notice that they are better maintained. They also include nice flat sidewalks, which safely separate pedestrians from motorists. So we either have to drive her to one of these other communities or do like I've done here in our backyard in the second picture. And I've made her a safe pathway in the backyard where she can get in her daily steps. But when it comes to the streets in our very own community, well, forget about it. Now, I admit not everyone is a senior or mobility challenged and has as much difficulty navigating this lumpy mess as Auleen does. And while most of our streets are this poorly maintained, not all of them are this bad. But take a closer look at one of the nicer paved roadways in our village. Now notice the total lack of shoulders or sidewalks. This is Inkerman Street, and it is an arterial road, one of 3 paved roads that run through the residential area of Eugenia. We're looking at the site of a horrific hit and run accident that happened this summer, which killed 1 person and seriously injured 3 others. This long stretch of road has no stop signs and a speed limit of 50 kilometers per hour. There are approximately 30 to 40 homes along this street. And when you add in the number of homes on residential streets that branch off of it, that number would be pushed to well over 100. It's not that motorists are necessarily speeding along here. It's just that a limit of 50 is too fast for these roads in their current state. And because of a lack of shoulders and sidewalks, they have to be shared with motorists, pedestrians, cyclists, seniors, mobility challenged, not to mention a growing community of Mennonites on horse and buggy. Now, another accident here is inevitable unless we do something very soon. Re-engineering roads to widen them and add sidewalks takes political will, it takes time, it takes a lot of money, and I'm not even asking for that right now, although it would be nice in the long term as a goal for Eugenia. But reducing the limit from 50 to 40 is a quick and easy short-term fix. It's also inexpensive. So is adding a stop sign or 2 to slow down traffic on Inkerman just a little bit more. We don't need more studies. Plenty of studies have already been done, and they already show that reducing limits from 50 to 40 in residential areas within our municipalities can cut traffic fatalities in half. This report you're looking at on screen right now was created 10 years ago. And it was the Office of the Chief Coroner who recommended that we reduce speed limits from 50 to 40 in our residential neighborhoods. The World Health Organization even recommends reducing limits even further to 30 kilometers per hour as per their global road safety plan, which they released last October, calling for a reduction of traffic fatalities by 50% or more over the next 10 years. Now, on July the 26th, the Grey Highlands Police Services Board made a recommendation to council that might have lowered speed limits and added stop signs on Inkerman to help slow down traffic and save lives in Eugenia. But on August 3rd, Grey Highlands Council defeated a motion to honor that recommendation. Given all that I've shown you, I would like the Seniors Advisory Committee to consider making a similar recommendation as did the Police Services Board to Council. Only I would be a little more succinct and to the point. That Council, in the interest of saving lives, reconsider the August 3rd defeated motion directing staff to add four-way stops in Eugenia and lower the speed limits to 40 kilometers. I appreciate this opportunity to address the Seniors Advisory Committee, and I thank you.